All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Close your books up, clear off your desk, get your pencil out. For those of you watching, we just graded the homework. You're supposed to send me a copy of your homework if you're watching. You're supposed to scam it and email it to me. Make sure you do that by the end of the day from your homework for yesterday. All right, it's supposed to be due first thing in the morning. I'm going to give you some grace right now, so make sure you get it sent to me by the end of the day. All right. Right now, though, what I want you to do is go ahead and get out your speed drill if you have that, which you should. Okay, get your speed drill. Do not flip this over. What's that?
You can get out a pencil.
Yes, you can get out a pencil. What you guys need to do right now is have your desk cleaned off. Make sure you have a pencil. And what's going to happen is I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. Okay? When I set this timer, I will tell you to go. When I say go, you're going to flip it over and you're going to do just the upper left-hand corner, okay? So just where it says lesson 2, you're just going to do these addition problems right here, all right? And then at the end of 3 minutes, I'll tell you to put your pencil down. If you finish ahead of time, what you can do is you can go through and you can double check your work, or if you think you're done, just flip it over, sit there quietly and wait, all right? So for right now, I will get my timer ready. If you're watching online at home, type something in, let me know when you're ready. You should have your speed drill right now. Okay? Okay. I'm going to set the timer. I have the timer set for 3 minutes. And in just a second here, I will say to begin. And when I say begin, you can flip it over. All right? So, and 3 minutes, begin. All right, time is up. Put your pencils down. Pencils down. Go ahead and pass them forward. Hold on. Before you do that, pass it back to the person. Pass it back. Make sure on the back page you have your name written on it. Okay? Make sure your name is written on it. Once your name is written on it, then you can pass it forward. Okay. Now, if you're watching online, we're going to do the other 3 speed drills next week, and you're going to turn all of them into me on Friday next week when you come in to pick up your next packet. Okay? So, I'll get these graded for you guys hopefully over the weekend. And then when we have our next one, you should be able to see what your grade was for this last one. But right now, we're going to get back into math. So we're going to be on page number 5 today. Page number 5. Multiplying whole numbers. Multiplying whole numbers. Turn that up a little bit. Okay. So, okay, so multiplying whole numbers. Multiplication is a quick way to put equal numbers together. The numbers being multiplied are the factors. Sometimes the factors are called multiplicand and multiplier. The answer is the product. The order of the factors may be switched without changing the product. Okay, for instance, if I have 4 times 5, I get 20. If I have 5 times 4, I still get 20. Just like with addition, I can flip them with addition and still get the same number, right? I can do the same thing with multiplication as well. Okay? If a multiplier has more than one non-zero digit, the problem will have 2 or more partial products. Okay? To check multiplication, reverse the factors and find the product. The 2 products should be the same. Okay, so we'll talk about this in just a second. Okay? So the numbers you're multiplying together are called factors. Okay? That's important to remember, because later on in this year, we're going to talk about factoring large numbers, which means bringing them from the product into what numbers we multiply to get them, okay? So we'll talk about that a little bit later on this year. So we have factors. The 2 numbers we multiply together are called factors. Like I said before, when you have more than one number that you're multiplying together, you're going to get a partial product. It's called the partial product because it's only part of the answer. Okay? This is a partial product because that's only part of the answer. This right here is a product because it is the full answer. Okay? Now, when you are multiplying more than one number, here's what you're going to do. Okay? Some of you have done this differently. If you come from public school, you did Common Core math, you may have done this a little bit differently. And if it works for you, that's fine. Go ahead and keep doing it. However, if you're still having trouble, you don't quite understand it, I'm going to teach you the way we teach in this school. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 7 times 8 is 56, right? So we're going to carry the 5, and we're going to put the 6 down here. And then what we do is we multiply the 7 times the 5. Okay? 7 times 5 is 35. And we're going to add our remainder of 5 from the previous number. And so we're going to get 40. So 35 plus 5 is 40, right? Yes?
Can't we put an X too?
Yes, you can put an X. I'm getting into that. Okay? So then we have 406 as a partial product. We have no more numbers up here to multiply the 7 by. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the next number, which is the 2. Okay? What we need to do, though, is we either need to put a 0 or an X here as a placeholder, because we're not starting in this row. We're starting where the 2 is, which is 1 over. Okay? So you can either put an X right here as a placeholder, or you can put a 0. All right? Okay? I like putting zeros because then I can't get confused at all. 0 doesn't look like any other number. Okay? And it's a lot easier to just put a 0. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply now right here 2 times 8. We have to multiply this times every number up here and in order. So we're going to 2 times 8 is 16. We're going to carry our 1. We're going to put the 6 down here. Notice how it's 1 over because of our placeholder. Okay? Then we have 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. Okay? So then we put the 11. We have no other numbers to multiply the 2 by. We have no other numbers down here to multiply by. So we're going to draw our line. And then we're going to add. Okay? Make sure you have your rows straight. If you need to do it like you do with addition and turn your paper sideways or use graph paper, that's fine. But make sure you have everything lined up properly, everything in its own row, otherwise you're going to get into more problems. Okay? And then we're just going to add 6 plus 0 is 6, 0 plus 6 is 6, 4 plus 1 is 5, 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay? And that's how we do multiplication for more than one number. All right? What we're going to do now is I want you guys to work on 1A. Okay? 1A, I want you to do the multiplication problem, and I want you to label everything. Okay? 1A, do the multiplication problem and label everything. Once again, if you're watching online, you have any questions, you can just go ahead and type those in and I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, so we are on 1A. What is the answer for 1A? The answer to the problem. Cam?
32,186.
32,186. Good job. Okay. What are those two numbers called that were multiplied together? Gavin? They're called the factors. What's the answer called? Adam?
Product.
That is the product. Good job. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do B. Let's do letter B now. Again, when you do letter B, do the multiplication problem and label the things, okay? Do the problem and label. All right, so turn around, please. What is... I didn't even ask the question yet, dude. I could be getting ready to ask you what's the square root of 497.
I actually didn't.
Yeah, in the back. Okay, so what is the answer? 5,320. What's another name for that answer? Product. Okay. What are the two numbers that we multiply together called? The factor. And what are those other two numbers called, Adam?
Partial product.
Partial products. Okay, partial products. Okay, so now let's jump down to section number 2A. 2A. All right. We're going to do this all together. So, as I do it on the board, you guys do it along with me. We're going to have 64 times 87. 64 times 87. Okay. So we're going to do 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 2. 7 times 6 is 42 plus 2, 44. Put our placeholder down there, either an X or a 0. Then we have 8 times 4 is 32. Then we have 8 times 6 is
45? No.
48 plus 3, 51. Okay. Then we're going to add everything together. We have 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 0 is. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to check this problem. How we're going to check this problem is going to be we're going to flip these numbers. So instead of having 64 times 87, we're going to have 87 times 64. Okay? Remember, when we multiply two numbers together, it doesn't matter the order it's in, we'll still get the same answer. So when you have large numbers, you're going to get different partial products because you're multiplying the numbers in different order, but you'll still end up with the same number. That's why we're checking it this way, because you're going to end up with different partial products, but you should get the same answer. Okay? So that's why we do it this way. So now we have 4 times 7 is 28. Carry the 2. 4 times 8 is 32 plus 2 is 32 plus 2 is 34. Thank you. Okay, see what I mean right here? We had 448. Here we have 348. Okay, so we're going to finish this out and make sure we come up with the same answer. 6 times 7 is 42. What'd I forget? I forgot my placeholder. Okay, 42. Carry the 4. 6 times 8 is 48 plus 4 is 52. See how we have different numbers here? Okay, we're going to add stuff up now. We have 8 plus 0 is 4 plus 2 is 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 0 is 5. Do we have the same numbers? 5,568, 5,568. Okay, so we do have the same numbers. Okay, homework for tonight is, let me give you another problem to work on and I will double check. Okay, make sure I give you guys the same homework I gave the distance learners. So I want you guys to work on 2 letter B. Make sure you check it, okay, by flipping the product or flipping the factors. 2 letter B, and then we'll give you some seat work time. I'll double check your homework and I'll give it to you before I leave. Yes.
These, isn't it like under the when you first do like 5 times 2, 6 times 5, and 4 times 5, you go to. Okay, I'll show you when I get there.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and work on 2 letter B. I'll double check the homework. All right, so let's check this out, make sure we got it. Who has the answer for letter B? Someone haven't called on recently. Tristan, what do you got?
270
270,270. That is correct. 270,270. Okay? Now, your homework for the weekend, you're going to do the review section on page number 6. Review section, no green. Okay, review section, no green. Okay? Now, yes, you have to do that chart. Okay? Some of you may have never seen this type of chart before, so I'm going to explain it real quick. Okay? Let me draw it out here in just a second. So you have it like this. What is it? 375. And 10, 9, 12. Okay, so to explain this chart real quick to you guys, make sure you know how to do it and you're doing it properly. Okay? You have numbers up top here and you have numbers on the side here. Okay? Where the two numbers come together and meet, like right here or down over here with the 5 and the 12, okay, you're going to multiply those numbers together. All right? So you're going to come over here where the 12 and the 5 meet together. You're going to write the answer of 60. Okay? Because 12 times 5 is 60. All right? You're going to come down over here. 5 times 10 is 50. Where the 10 meets with the 5. So you're going to do 50. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right? Any questions over that? All right. You guys can go ahead. Get to work on your homework. You got about 5 minutes left before next class. I'm going to end the live stream. Again, if you have any homework, you need to get it to me by the end of the day. If you're watching online, make sure you take a picture of it and you email it to me. You got my email address in the